Hello, viewers and subscribers. This is my dark green zucchini that I started several weeks ago, and this is the first zucchini that developed on it, and I'm going to attempt to pollinate it. So I'm going to have to put my phone on the tripod, and I'll be right back. Okay, so in order for me to pollinate, I had to take a male flower and I pulled off the petals, and this pretty much is what I'm going to get the pollen from to pollinate the female flower. So I'm just gonna open it up a bit, and I'm gonna deposit that pollen inside the female flower. And if all works out, this zucchini will continue to grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and show you the progress of that first zucchini. All right. This is an update on the dark green zucchini. I pollinated it, and pretty much I took one of the male flowers and I peeled it back and put the pollen inside the female flower, and it took, and I am so excited about that I'm growing this zucchini indoors before our season started. Today is April the 24th, and this is a victory. I think it's due to growing the zucchini under the Hidden Harvest grow light, because I'm thinking that it's too close to the light. But I have this mussel rack, and I have some seedlings that are growing on below. Some more squash, cucumbers, some peppers and flowers, and these are some marigolds that I started about 3 weeks ago. But this zucchini is rocking underneath the Hidden Harvest grow light, and I just had to show it off. So it also has another zucchini coming right here. But eventually I'll probably end up bringing it outside. If the growth continues really well, it's going to need some space, but it's sharing a space with a ground cherry, which I have here. I started this ground cherry in an arrow garden, and transferred it to the 3-gallon Rubbermaid container, and pretty much the pH that I'm keeping it is 6.2. I started this ground cherry in the arrow garden, and it was February the 17th. And it has quite a few lanterns on it. Some more blooms. I even I had to cut it back because it was like really branching out. So I did some pruning, and it's pushing out more shoots. So I'm quite proud of this. The ground cherry, pretty much, I went to the local farmers market, and the vendor gave me 2 ground cherries. And what I did is, she let me try one, then she gave me 2, and I brought the ground cherries back home, and in my little bullet, I put the ground cherries in there with some water, and was able to get the seeds and dried them out. And this is a success. This is my first time growing a ground cherry hydroponically, and I'm doing I'm using an air stone because I watched a few videos on YouTube and of some growers that were growing the hydroponic ground cherries, and that's what they were using. I didn't want to trust doing it the crack key way, because this ground cherry grew really fast, from February the 17th until April the 24th, and this is what it looks like. And I'm going to have quite a few fruit on it. So that's amazing. On the other side is the heirloom cherry tomato that I've had for quite some time, and it keeps growing and producing and growing and producing. So you see, I have some ripe tomatoes down here, which I'm gonna harvest to put in salad. And then I have more blooms, and this thing just keeps going. And I know I'm gonna have to prune it again. I have pruned it many times, and it keeps on producing. So this is awesome. Also, making an attempt to grow some corn, and I started this corn in a 3-gallon Rubbermaid container, and I lined it with foil, and then I used these Jiffy pellets, and they're the huge ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end up putting the corn in a pot like this until I can put it outside. It's still cold, and yesterday, the 23rd, was supposed to be the last frost, but I don't believe it. This is a sweet banana pepper, and this is a crookneck squash that I'm growing in a 3-gallon Rubbermaid container, and I'm doing it the crack key method, and hopefully it'll be able to survive. But this is it for today as far as this video. But the main subject was this dark green zucchini, and it's doing fantastic. So until the next video, blessings, y'all.